We use affirmations the wrong way today. It's some byproduct of the new age where we use affirmations to convince ourselves of something we don't believe. When what that's actually doing is it's focusing on 2% of your iceberg when 98 doesn't matter what your 2% says. When you're focusing on 2%, which is your spoken words, what's resonating is everything that's in alignment with that. So that means, if, as an example, if you say to me, I'm manifesting a car, first of all, 98% of your being, if it says, well, it doesn't work that way, it's not that easy, and we're trying to convince ourselves with these affirmations, what happens is you don't get what you want, you get who you are. You only get, and we'll come back to this, what's obvious to you. So if your words are saying one thing, but 98% of your being is the predominant frequency that is feeling the other, it doesn't matter what your words say. However, when we can grow up essentially spiritually and start using affirmations as a catalyst for bringing the light into the darkness, for bringing the light into that feminine nature of our being, the unconscious, the subconscious, etc., and bringing that up into the light, that's the true healing, that's the true manifestation. So if you tell me, as an example, you are manifesting a car or you're attracting a car, I'd say also be careful of the words of using the word attract. Because if you tell me you're attracting something, what is obvious to you? And why do I keep saying obvious? Well, what's that word manifest? It comes from the Latin manus festus, which means literally as obvious as my own hand. Manifest literally means obvious. So regardless of your words, regardless of your prayers, regardless of your affirmations, what I'm saying is, how do you really feel? If you tell me you're manifesting a car or you're attracting a car, what is actually obvious in that statement? I don't have a car. Okay, now take a breath. Maybe you never thought of that before. People say to me a lot, why was it or how was it that Yeshua was able to cast out demons? I'm like, because he didn't believe in them. He didn't buy them. Well, then why would he spit in the ground and, put that in the man's eye sockets who was deaf blind? And it's like he was doing that basically for the pomp or basically the appearance of the people that he was healing, to hopefully that they would put more of an openness into the situation. And that's a whole different talk entirely. But what I'm saying is, your prayer isn't the words you're using. It never is. It's how you truly feel about the words. It's how you truly feel behind whatever it is that you think you're projecting out. Thoughts do not create. Okay, that's insane, Dale. We've been learning for decades that thoughts create. No. Thought is the crystallization of how you feel. Feeling is the sensation of pure frequency. So what exactly am I saying when I mean feeling is the sensation of pure frequency? I'm saying your awareness of that's feeling. I'm not confusing that with emotions. Just your awareness of that, your awareness of the rise and fall of your breath, the movement of air on your skin. And then when we spend a little bit of what we call time with that, we start forming opinions of this is good or this is bad. I like it, I don't like it. And from that, your thoughts come. But prior to your thoughts are that crystallization of feeling. Two people can be in the presence of a drum, and one will like it and one will hate it. I've hit toning bowls in groups and had people scream and run out. So kind of a funny thing there. We can go deeper into that when I come to visit. What were you really saying? So we don't become what we think about? No, your character in the dream becomes what you're feeling. And your thoughts are, of course, just a more tangible way of looking at that. But prior to the thoughts that you have, you first had a feeling, again, a sensation. And from that sensation, that crystallizes when we focus on it into what we think of as a thought.